It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games.
It's the Hawks, and they're doing business on the road in an interconference NBA. And let's go straight over to...
Well, guys...
Well, a lot of people hope he can finally get there, DA. Thank you. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about... It was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74 of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. Feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they'd never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Carter out there with Bagley, and there's Money. Then there's Doncic, and it's Curry in at the point guard. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Great open look there. Bagley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Cousins dishes to Young. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Curry passes to Wood. Here's Carter. Atlanta gets it back. Curry on the wing over Young. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Bagley. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and you know, the Oakland San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there, just like very blue collar, old school fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than
Right.
lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. And the first one drops.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it turns out,
they embraced the
size.
I
think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Wilt Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Wilt Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Utah. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Warriors, 4.5 games behind.
And for the Warriors, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
And based on their early returns, it's really hard to see that position changing very much in one direction or another. I see them as a team that's right there in the middle of the pack, but not one that's ready to make any leap this year.
Wood can't hit.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
The shot by Thompson, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Hawks. It's a 10-point game. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
Durant, no good.
And that's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Here's Wood. He's covered by Thompson. Wood with the bucket.
He's been on his A game, sinking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Young finds Durant, trying to get something going. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. That one falls. Durant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, we see this so many times. The defense so concerned with Klay Thompson's shooting ability that he's able to burn them with moving the ball.
Bagley, the pass to Curry. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
And here's Young. It's Durant on the wing. Shoots over Doncic, and that one's good. Durant's got 6. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and about the Warriors roster, the envy of every team in the league.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we can play big, we can play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
You know, Greg, KD has a lot of help with his team.
And that's why he signed with the Warriors. But even with all their talent, you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Durant and Green are the forwards. Cook out there with Iguodala. And it's Cousins in at the 5, down low. Passes to Durant. Puts up a 3. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot. Kevin Durant, an MVP, multiple championships, but he continues to add new wrinkles to his game and takes pride in that part of his game.
Yeah, last year it was the two-way play and the defense in the first 2.5 months of the year. They faded off. That whole team, I think, got tired. I asked some of the Warriors about it last year, just why did they get tired when, you know, it wasn't like 17 was that grueling. They kind of rolled through the league. But I think it's just day-to-day, the bullseye being in the spotlight. Every arena you go to.
Best punch every game.
Yeah, you're going into Charlotte. It's the highlight of Charlotte's season to play you, and I think it does wear those guys down. I think the next step with him would be, can he evolve into a stretch 5? What could he be, Al Horford, basically, and take all the Draymond minutes when Draymond's not playing and just be the other 5?
How many stretch 5s are in the NBA? Can you count them on one hand, or think of them?
It's the Al Horford, and there's not many. There's not many. But, I mean, a 7-foot guy who's one of the best, 8 shooters of all time is your stretch 5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Can Jokic shoot the 3? He can kind of.
Yeah.
He's got an outside shot, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, Jokic stretches the other team's point total when he's out there. So he's a stretchy other team's total to 120 defender.
Jerebko's checked in for Green. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Redick is checked in. Left side, Durant gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Hey, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially from about 03 to 07, 08, we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title.
With no superstars.
Right. And you saw, in 06, the Pistons, remember they were on pace to win 70 games, they had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. That's good from Stephen Curry.
It's pretty amazing Steph's road to becoming the man for this team. I mean, he recognizes in games when he should push the action and when he should pull back, and just constantly plays unselfish basketball to elevate his team's success.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Kevin Durant. Young is subbed in for Cook.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Young outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerebko. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here. Carter, he's checked in for Plumlee.
One shot.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Curry kicks to Carter. Pass to Redick. To the middle. It's Curry. That time on the assist from Redick. 14 points for Steph Curry.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Cousins against Plumlee. Cousins finds Young. Offline with his three.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Bill, what a pleasure to have you with us. Great as always to hear your thoughts, your commentary. I hope you join us again soon.
I'd love it. Anytime, Kevin. Tell me.
Thank you. And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
Atlanta making some changes. Carter comes in for Doncic. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Curry. Warriors trail by 12. Young outside. There's the pass to Cousins. Bucket is good. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Jones with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And Redick kicks to Carter. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Good D by Thompson.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
You know, improving on certain aspects of his game, it's crucial. Young continues to knock down these tough interior shots.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Redick with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And Young kicks to Cousins. It's been all about Stephen Curry for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, what is working out there so far tonight?
Defensive end, we rebounded the ball, keeping him off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
We'll see about the second half. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and 6 assists. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Great half from Steph Curry. He may be a little guy, but his toughness is underrated. Has the great skill, the shooting range, the swag, but also goes hard to the rim. Doesn't dunk a lot, but he will also set solid screen. He's more physical than people think.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling. Like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final
horn. Oh, buzzer.
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Curry has been sensational.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job,
right,
because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. On the court right now for the Hawks, Bagley is out there with Carter. Then there's Stephen Curry. And there's Money. And it's Doncic in at the three spot. Wood hits it from three-point range. Wood's got 11 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And Young kicks to Thompson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Curry dishes to Doncic. Back to Curry. A three ball. Another three for Atlanta.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And trying to defend the Warriors. All that motion. Brett, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like you know if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Golden State. Plumlee is checked in for the Hawks. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Young kicks to Green. Feeds it to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Now with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Over Bell. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Green passes to Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Curry. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Awareness of what the defense is trying to do. Steph plays that one perfectly.
Young outside. He kicks it to Durant. No good with the triple. The Hawks leading by 10. Doncic passes to Wood. Yes, that goes in. Wood's got 13 points.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Wood kicks to Bagley. Drills it from outside. Bagley's got his third basket of the night right there.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distance, though, have been inconsistent.
Green inside the three-point line. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, no good by Golden State.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
It's Durant on the wing. Outside, Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Young.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
He's picking us apart, right? Guy cuts behind you down the lane. Miscommunication there. They're cutting behind us. So we got to get some.
Well, clearly, Greg, he's not happy with his team's aggressiveness on the defense. Clearly, Steve calling his team out on it.
Yeah, gently asking for them to pick it up. They're going to need to if they want to win this one.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. And it's Cook in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors' 5. And that one, good. And the Hawks lead by 12.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Golden State moving it around. And Thompson kicks to Cook. This is to Cousins.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
First one falls for him.
Cousins not a great foul shooter coming out of college, but with how many times he gets hacked and goes to the free throw line, he's become more and more consistent there.
He's off on the second. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. They trail by 14. Kicks it to Iguodala. Over in the corner, Green. That three off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to Cousins. Thompson inside the line. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. I hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his All-Star form.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well we got the point across.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
It's Redick on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Outside, Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Redick. Over Iguodala. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Warriors trail by 12. Passes it to Green. To the middle. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by Green. Green's got 5 assists in the game. Jones kicks to Redick. Now Plumlee. Here's Carter. Misses the baby hook. Here is Cook. Pass to Cousins. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Cousins has got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Jones. He's guarded closer. Carter kicks to Jones. And that one drops for him.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Timeout called, the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball
out of his hands.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. And Young kicks to Durant. Shoots over Doncic. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Durant. Young against Curry. Out to the right wing. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 to shoot. 20 feet out. And Doncic gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Durant, that's good.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Here's Curry. Here's Carter. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Wendell Carter.
Well, for everything he's going to give you as a great scorer, Curry's still a point guard and has some serious skills in setting up his teammates.
Again, Durant missing.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 8. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .24 seconds left in the game. And Thompson gets it to go.
And that's why this team loves having Klay Thompson. Big shot.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Here is Durant. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be.
Well, I think KD getting more and more used to this off-ball movement of the Golden State Warrior offense and finds his teammates for cuts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Well, a solid trip to the line there to help extend the lead.
Now the pass to Cousins. And so it's Atlanta with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.